Wyoming. Talking into the camera.
Okay?
Yep.
And
watch that first step, it's a doozy.
I had my hand in my pocket too. You just want to read this?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you do it.
Is it on?
Yep.
Sherman Mountain. The Sherman Mountains are erosion remnants rising above the general level of the surface of the Laramie Range. The flat-topped characteristic of the range resulted from beveling during an ancient erosion cycle. Bedrock here is granite, a crystalline rock made up of pink feldspar, glassy quartz, black mica, and hornblende, which is originated deep in the Earth's crust over 1 billion years ago. Peculiar rock forms of the Sherman Mountains are controlled by 3 sets of joints or planes of weakness, cutting the granite and dividing into large blocks. Weathering has rounded off corners and has enlarged the enlarged joint planes, resulting in irregular blocky rock masses, and many of which are capped by balanced rock. Very cool. We got a little tree right here trying to survive. Granite. Yeah, it's 11 degrees. It's warming just slightly. Oh, hey, it's in the... This tree was growing out of a crevice in the rock when the Union Pacific Railroad built its original main line 50 feet south of this. The rock in 1868, the fence and the cable were provided by the Union Pacific Railroad Company at the request of the Historical Landmark Commission of Wyoming. It's sitting sideways. It's in good shape. This must have been a little twig one day.
Yeah. Alright. I think there's a sign that says Wyoming. Oh, it's a tree rock, which we just read.
Okay.
Lincoln passed right by this tree, as did US 30 in the 1920s and Interstate 80 in the 60s.
Mama Sage, oh Mama Sage, it seems endless. The sage, the rolling sage, it covered Wyoming hills. Sagebrush, the shrub that means survival to the world's largest populations of pronghorn antelope and sage grouse. Blown free of snow by the Wyoming winds, sagebrush is the major winter food for these species and provides important habitat for a host of small mammals and birds. The sagebrush deserts of the Great Divide, Green River, Bighorn River, and Wind River basins also support large herds of wild, free-ranging mule deer, horses, and over 150 species of wildlife, and the only elk herd in Wyoming associated entirely with the sagebrush desert is found immediately north of this area. There are 13 species of sagebrush in our state. Sagebrush has a deep taproot, which enables it to survive in areas with as little as 6 inches annual precipitation. Sagebrush is a hardy shrub and an able provider for Wyoming's wildlife That is why Wyoming works so hard to keep her sage-covered ranges productive. Mama Sage is a special part of the formula that makes our wildlife worth the watching. Wyoming's wildlife worth the watching is funded in a large part through interest earned from the Wildlife Trust account. Okay, let me show you some of these. We got this, I see a little section of the snow fence. Looks like maybe pieces of sagebrush just right here, just over the fence. A little mountain range. We're on top of a plateau here. You can see all of that. Okay. Yeah, let's get Old Glory here.
And thanks for watching Attack Adventures today. And keep on watching. Please subscribe and go attack the day in your neighborhood. This is a copy of the main plaque located between Laramie and Cheyenne, the highest point, 8,640 feet on I-80. Plaques are also located at the east and west Wyoming borders. The Purple Heart Trail, the Purple Heart Medal, was originated by General George Washington on August 7, 1782 for distinguished valor, and is now awarded only to members of the armed forces of the United States who have been wounded in combat against an armed enemy. Recipients of the unique award have been specifically honored by the U.S. Congress as a chartered fraternal organization known as a Military Order of the Purple Heart, and have effective members and chapters throughout Wyoming, the United States, and the world. This plaque is located on the Purple Heart Trail, highest point on the Interstate 80 across the United States. Purple Heart Trail, freedom is not free.
Over on that side?
Yeah. So you read about these a minute ago, bud.
Oh yeah, over there they were talking about how the rock forms and then that gets pushed, and that's how it looks like it was. Something grows. That's how it looks like it's big at the top.
Yeah, and that the holes begin and everything too. Look, this is what they look like. And we're still in Wyoming. We're at another rest stop, Cheyenne. And then this, I'll step back. Can't really see formation. There you go. Pretty much. Hey friends, as mentioned before, you can now click at the very top left of our channel's banner to make PayPal donations and contribute any dollar amount to lend support. Keep the channel going as we donate money to museums, to the military, and other historical sites. Every little bit counts.